Assalamu alaikum. I am Amin Prodhan, Assistant English Teacher, Velayet Hossain Bahumukhi Uchcha Bidyalay, Nallapara, Delduar, Tangail. My dear student, today I will teach you English first paper for class 9. At first, I want to show you a picture. Okay, my students, you should look at the picture carefully and you try to guess about the picture. Okay, look at the picture. My dear students, have you seen this picture? Here are two pictures. In the picture, you can see a symbol of UN. My dear student, do you know what is the UN? UN, the full meaning of UN, United Nations, and beside the symbol you can see our familiar figure and the founder of Bangladesh, and he is the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. My dear learners, we have won our victory over Pakistan in 1971 after a blood war against Pakistan. After gaining our independence, our leader Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman returned home. It is called homecoming. After homecoming, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman tried to take position himself to make his position strong among the international countries or international borders. At first, he won the membership of UN or United Nations in 1974. After gaining membership, he delivered a lecture in Bengali here, and he won the support of the international leaders. So today's my topic is Bangabandhu at UN. Bangabandhu at UN. Outcome of my classes: you can identify UN, Bangabandhu's speech and his deeds. Before going through the text, I want to tell you some word meaning, very important words. These words are already I have written in the board. Look at the board. UN, the full meaning of UN, United Nations. United Nations. Delivered. Delivered means narrated or spoken. Influential. Influential means powerful. Powerful. Opposing. Protesting. Opposing. Protesting. Dhani. You know, my dear student, here are 2 or 3 words come from Greek words. They are not real English. It's come from Greek. For example, Veni. Veni in English came. Vidi, saw, and Visi, conquered. Veni, Vidi, and Visi. The 3 words have taken from Greek words, and their meaning in English came, saw, and conquered. Next, oration. Oration speech. Oration means speech. Charismatic. Charismatic means one kind of successful leader. It is a kind of leaders. Solidarity. Solidarity means unity. It means unity. Racism. Racism means racial conflict. Imperialism means colonialism. Please promise. Struggle. Struggle means movement. Next, milestone, goal, trust, gain or achieved. Issue. Issue means protocol. Next, ideology. Ideology means ism or theory. Language martyrs who sacrificed their lives for language in 1952. My dear students, now I want to say you something about my topics. It is English first paper for class 9, Unit 1, Lesson 3, Bangabandhu at the UN. My dear student, I want to read it. You carefully listen to me. Bangabandhu's speech at the UN or Bangabandhu's speech at the United Nations General Assembly is a matter of great pride for us. You know, we are Bengalis, but Bangabandhu when delivered a lecture in Bengali in UN 1974, it was a great pride for us. So, we are proud as a Bengali. He delivered the speech on 25 September 1974. Just after a week, Bangabandhu became a member of UN. To be a member of UN was not an easy go, so as influential countries were opposing the membership for Bangladesh. My dear students, you know, there were so many countries who didn't support Bengalis, who didn't help us, and they always wanted to suppress us, and even they didn't want to make us a member in UN. So it was another war that Bangabandhu had to was. So to get a membership for UN, it was another war, just like the independence war of 1971. But finally, Bangabandhu won. He won not only the UN membership, but also everyone who listened to his ever first speech at the UN. It was a very VC experience for him. My dear students, do you know what is VD and VC? VD and VC, the three words came from Greek words. You know, our great teacher, who is called the teacher of the teachers, he was Socrates, and his famous student was Plato, and Plato's student was Aristotle, and his famous student was Alexander. In the history, Socrates, Plato and Aristotle was philosopher, poet, dramatist, writer and educationist. But our Alexander was a great warrior. Alexander had a great dialogue, and his dialogue was very VD and VC. I want to say this sentence in Bengali. Very VD VC means আমি গেলাম, আমি দেখলাম, আমি জয় করলাম. So nice and beautiful sentence. Our Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he also went UN, though some countries was opposing or was against him, but after delivering his lecture, they support Bangabandhu unanimously. It was just like Alexander who won the world by words. Bangabandhu was in the same position and he won the other countries' concentration. Then he came, he saw and he conquered everyone, just like Alexander's speech, Veni, Vidi and Vici. Bangabandhu was the first person in the history of the UN to deliver a speech in Bangla, the language of the 7.5 crore 75 million Bengalis, the language of the martyrs. And when he delivered a lecture in Bangla, he was very proud because he knew only one nation in the world who sacrificed their life for Bengali, and it is he who brought them as liberated or independent. So he was very proud to deliver his lecture in Bangla. The poet of oration. Here, the poet of oration means Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the icon of charismatic leadership. He was one of the famous leader and icon, symbol of leader, touched another milestone, and so did the Bengalis through him. It was a speech that revealed Bangabandhu's stand on national and international issues before the global community. After delivering his lecture, he came an issue or a protocol before the international communities, identifying the UN as the parliament for the humankind. Bangabandhu recognized the moment of delivering his speech historical. He mentioned that the very moment justified the country-long struggle and sacrifice of the Bengalis for self-rule, independence, dignity and coexistence along with other nations. He assured that Bangladesh would follow the ideology of mutual respect, national sovereignty, regional integrity and non-interference into internal issues of other countries. You know, my dear students, the point is very important. Bangabandhu assured the nations, UN or United Nations, that he did not or he doesn't want to interfere in any internal issue in any country. But now if we see the other countries in the world, it is totally opposite. Next, Bangabandhu explained Bangladesh absolute pleas to UN charters and remind how the people of the country made his highest sacrifice to achieve the same. The father of the nation added that Bangladesh would look forward to such a world where peace and justice would take their rightful place. It was essential to justify the sacrifice of the countless martyrs. My dear students, in the next part, in his speech, Bangabandhu expressed his utmost gratitude to the UN and the international community for standing beside Bangladesh with their aids and support in the reconstruction of the war-ravaged country, relocation of 10 million war refugees who took shelter in India during the Liberation War. My dear learners, you know, in 1971, when a bloody war was going through the country, most of the people were living in anxiety, and about 10 million people were refugees and they took shelter in India. In those time, many countries helped Bangladesh. Bangabandhu thanked them warmly. The leader of the country reminded the world how Bangladesh stood on the ruins and debris of war, where people were just struggling for survival. It is very situational and very pathetic sentence when our victory come, but we are very helpless, very poor, very destitute. Bangabandhu remind us about the topics, about the situation. However, the repeated natural calamities were making their life harder, and people even didn't have a minimum intake of food for a day. In those days, people were starving and they didn't manage their food one time daily. Many of people died in those days. Going beyond Bangladesh, he expressed solidarity for all the oppressed people around the world and denounced racism, discrimination, imperialism, and the use of force to stop people's justified movements for their rights, referring to the struggle of the people in Africa, Asia, Latin America, Namibia, Palestine, and Zimbabwe. He expressed his worry about the plight to achieve their own rights. You know, in these countries, their people, they suffer more and suffer mass, and they didn't got their independence still. So Bangabandhu was very pleased. The leader of the oppressed noted when millions of people were destitute with unending miseries, only a handful of people were enjoying highest luxuries. He emphasized quick measures for global financial management based on justice. Bangabandhu warned that an absence of such a system would lead the world to experience an unprecedented misery of the history. Bangabandhu mentioned that only a leader can change a situation of a country and make the people dream. So, my dear students, you must read the lesson carefully and try to understand what I say. I like to finish here. Thank you very much.